let's just jump right in. Ravi, let's start with something very dear and close to your heart. And you might be the only heart that's actually interested in this right now. Maybe Sarah.
I'm interested.
The Nintendo Switch, please.
So
Tell us about it.
Nintendo Switch, in true Nintendo fashion, they had their live streaming event last night via the Tubes of You.
The Tubes of You.
YouTube. So they had their streaming event in Japan from their headquarters. The event itself was hilarious because obviously all of the CEO, all the main it's a Japanese company, so they're all speaking Japanese. The translators, they didn't do a really good job of kind of portraying the excitement that the presenters had. So if you want a good laugh, just kind of throw that on because I'm telling you, it's gold. It's
so
priceless.
flat, the translation was just so low of energy.
Not only that, but because it's a live press event, they muted the audience. So on stage, visually, you see them this is the Nintendo Switch and the Joy-Con controllers. And you can see all the flashes going, some people cheering, but you can't hear it. So it kind of just looks like people are
it's like fake.
Picture.
Golf clap. Golf clap. Golf clap.
It's pretty funny.
So it reflected the true enthusiasm behind...
That's
Nintendo.
just the true view, apparently.
It's not true.
Metaphorically.
So anyway, the Nintendo Switch is coming out March 3rd. It's going to be a retail price of $300. The price alone has a lot of people, and myself included, going back and forth, is this worth it? Because it's a console where it's supposed to be a hybrid. It's supposed to be a mobile on-the-go gaming thing like a Game Boy, but it's also supposed to be a home entertainment system so that you, your friends, or whatever can play classic Nintendo and other, Nintendo-type games. A lot of people is $300 really worth that? Personally, I don't think so.
But
two reasons.
Pre-order it.
Be quiet. There are two reasons. Number one reason is the output of the device. So it's basically a little it's a little device. It's a little bit bigger than your phone, right? That's where the motherboard, the CPU, a GPU, they all live in this thing, right? You take it, you dock it, and then it goes up onto your big screen. Once it's outputting to the big screen, it's only 1080.
And on the tablet, it's only 720.
720.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's kind of wait, what?
Yeah.
But I have had a lot of conversations with people since the event. And one of the things that somebody did bring up is Nintendo has never been about cutting edge technology.
That's right.
They have been more about the fun and the game and the story and all of that.
Colors.
And now the nostalgia.
And now nostalgia to it. They're definitely hyping on the nostalgia. And they got me on the nostalgia. Mm-hmm. They showed the new Legend of Zelda game. Breath of
Wind?
Breath of Wind,
No,
yes.
is it?
Yes.
I'll
really
make
dumb.
sure.
Something
It's
like
really
that.
odd.
Did
It's
you watch the
it
trailer
doesn't quite translate right
I
or
actually have
something.
not seen the
Watch the
trailer.
trailer. I watched that and I was like, this actually looks like a lot of fun, a lot of heart, a lot of story in there. And that was part of the reason I jumped on it. The other reason was Mario Kart, Mario Party, and the new Mario game.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Which is
that's
even
a lot-
weirder than...
a lot better of a game.
I don't know.
I have one question. So it's going to be both retro gaming and new gaming.
Yes, through their e-store, you'll be able to, I believe, purchase older games down the road. They are finally catching up with PlayStation and Xbox in terms of the online membership fee.
Yeah. So they haven't announced the cost. Apparently, initially, you're going to get to do it for free up through the fall. I think they said they were going to, and then in the fall they're going to start charging. And they haven't announced the price for that yet, have they?
Nope.
And but the one thing that I actually liked about that, I mean, because I'm sure if we do keep it, if we keep it or whatever, that because it looked like to play some of the games you actually have to do the online, there's no
I mean it's just like
component.
other games.
Which is annoying to me always, but whatever. But as part of that you get a free game every month.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
it looked like, or the implication, or I thought they said it was basically they're gonna be classic games, like throwback games.
So like Super Smash Bros. 64? I mean, come on.
Yeah, from Super NES and NES stuff.
Not like N64.
I don't know. I mean, that was, but
That would be
either
sick.
way,
Okay,
I'm excited about the NES and Super NES stuff, so
I will
y'all
say,
can
if
suck
they're
it.
able to get Nintendo 64 games, it's worth more than $300, in my opinion.
Okay, now you're insane.
No, because
You're crazy.
No, because the Nintendo 64 games,
They're
They
classic.
are not only classics, they're still fun to play.
GoldenEye.
And a lot of those games were actually started entire genres. GoldenEye and the first-person shooter, Mario Party, and just collective like party games.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Like, all
So
kinds
if I
of
get
games.
the new Mario Party, you're gonna come over and play.
Of course.
Okay, well,
Right.
but-
Because
Mario
that game
is
is
sick.
Well, okay,
Awesome.
but you guys talk about the nostalgia of the Nintendo games and everything. We have a Nintendo 64 with a lot of these old games. When was the last time either of you
Well-
wanted to play?
Well,
it?
there's a
Okay, it's
problem.
not. It's
Yeah.
not at our
won't work-
house.
that won't work on this TV.
It works on the TV at my house at our place.
Wait, does your TV have composite on the back?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have composite on this TV. I'd have to go get a $40
Yeah.
adapter.
Well, that's just your problem, isn't it?
And then even when I do that, it's gonna look like garbage.
But to Krishna's point, like we have the Nintendo at home. How often have you picked it up to play?
So I wasn't
Smash
sorry that I wasn't necessarily talking about me.
Yeah, okay.
But I was talking about someone who's a Nintendo fan because you're getting several system worth of games
Sure.
plus new games
New stuff.
for $300. That could be worth it.
But you still have to pay the fee and download the games, buy more storage inevitably because all these systems have.
I think the key will
Oh,
be
the storage is actually cool. The storage is just micro SD cards.
Yeah.
I did read about
And
that.
they're
Which
going
is
with
really-
game cartridges.
Yeah.
more of the
Bring it
retro
back.
stuff.
Bring
Yeah.
them back.
So for me with the Switch, I just haven't been excited for a Nintendo console because
Pokemon Go.
no, it's been way before that. Because they just wrap up in trying to get you to buy something that's nostalgic. You'll play for about a month, and then we'll just gather dust. There's no, for me at least, I think there's validity to the system, but I think for me, it's a system where I'm fine going over to a friend's and playing it when it's
Or your
there.
brothers.
Or my brothers, or whatever. Like, I remember you had like a Nintendo Wii for a little bit, and I had friends that had the Nintendo Wii, but I never ever had an inkling like, oh, I need to own this system.
So you know what system I'm like that now with? The Xbox.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because how many games
Yeah.
do you want to play on that?
Just two.
Right, so why did you
Halo and
actually...
Gears.
So,
Yeah,
but,
why
but the issue
I
there
do
is
miss
not so much
Gears.
the system, it's the games.
Right.
Just the developers, what are they producing? And so the
And most
system
things you can get on any. That's the thing though with the Nintendo. Those other games you can't get anywhere
That's
else.
true. Those are Nintendo
So
specific.
with a lot of games, yeah, we play on the PS4, whatever. We've got a PS3, a PS4, a PS2 still. No Xbox anymore at all, because
Good.
we can get all of those games except for
On the PC.
Halo
And Gears.
and Gears.
Well, we can get those on the PC.
But we can't play it together, and that was one of the things I
We
liked
can.
about Gears. We can play Gears together.
Yeah, I found
Ooh,
out.
yeah, let's do that.
On the
I
same
like Gears.
computer?
I like
Oh, weird.
You can do a split.
I like to
a
shoot
split
people
screen.
on
Yeah.
Gears.
And then you got things like Steam's new thing. I mean, the whole gaming thing as a whole. I don't think we're looking at like traditional consoles and traditional gaming anymore, because the other big thing that they brought up with these like they put in the presentation, they spent almost like 30 minutes on just the controllers alone and how much tech is inside them. There's like a camera, sensors, like
The tablet thing.
The share
the actual
buttons,
Joy control,
the little
Joy-Con control.
okay.
Joy-Con,
Because
that's
one of
right.
the things is the taptic feedback is so well adjusted. You can basically tell. It will feel like if like you're holding a glass and someone's putting an individual ice cube in and then filling it up. You'll be able to get that same sensation, they claim.
It also can see different, like, it detects
Hand
different
motions.
hand motions, different hand motions.
So it's gonna. So
Like-
they've set this controller up so that if you want to change, like as a developer, you've got all this cool new tech and it's there.
So use
It's
it.
going to depend on what developers come up with to change the way you play. One of the games they have is called like Shoot 'em, and it's like a quick draw game where you like stand
Fighter.
and they have like Street
Oh,
Fighter.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be very unique. So this is like I said, I'm very split on this. Part of me is like, oh, this is very unique, whatever. But then I'm like, the price, the tech, in terms of like 1080, 720, doesn't make sense to me.
Will the
But-
developers take advantage of it?
Yeah.
I will say this, and this is where I differ from the three of you, because the original Nintendo Entertainment System and the games with those systems were very much the types of games I still like to play, by which I mean I like to be able to pick it up, play it, and then put it down, and there, I don't necessarily have to worry about a story. I don't have to get sucked in and sit in front of it for hours. I can play it, and then I can put it down and not have to worry about getting to a save point or a stopping point because I'm gonna die in a minute anyway when the little guy falls off the thing. Like, and that's the thing I actually like about the you know, I'm so excited about Street Fighter because I can pick it up, I can play, and then it's done.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, like that those are the kinds of games for the most part, except for some of the Commodore 64 games I played when I was little.
And Kingdom Hearts.
And Kingdom Hearts, yes, but then I was older.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, they have that Xeno.
I like that about it.
Xenosaga?
Yeah, Xenosaga. There's a new one coming out.
Is that for across all systems? PlayStation?
Nintendo.
Nintendo?
I believe so. I might be getting the name wrong. It's one of those weird.
It was Xenogear, I believe.
Maybe Xenogear.
But I don't
That's
know how much
right.
that's related to Xenosaga. I don't.
Well, either way, it's one of the like the bigger titles for that stuff. So.
Cool.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I think that's all we have for Nintendo Switch in the world of video games right
Well,
now.
it's been fun, guys. I'll see you guys later.